Welcome back to BVarsity Live. Zach Ewing, Louis Amistoy, and Josh Sanchez in the house here in the Dignity Health Studios. We're going to pick some football games. We've got the first round of the Central Section playoffs.
By the way, these are the Nissan and Bakersfield picks.
Okay.
All right.
Now that that's been established, the Nissan and Bakersfield
I just want to make sure
picks,
that you understand the sponsorship.
Believe me, I do these broadcasts with the live reads.
Yeah.
I could tell you how much the Versa Note is right now. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
He's listening.
16,895 or 890 or whatever.
$899, right? 16,899.
I thought it was $890.
Yeah,
maybe,
okay.
I don't know. Maybe I have it wrong, but somebody will spot
Get
me.
it right, Zach.
Somebody will spot me the $9, man.
Yeah,
all right,
if we're off, I'll spot you.
Okay.
There you go.
Southern Section. Only 2 Kern County teams left in the Southern Section playoffs. These are not the right games here, Chris. This is last week.
Yeah.
So we may have these are all last week's games. We need week 11. There we go.
Yep.
There we go. One is an 8-man game. Mojave rolling as usual. Now last year they were 10-0 at this point in the season. They lost in the quarterfinals out on Catalina Island. It was a horrible road trip. Read my blog. I explained it a little bit how bad it was. Half the team got seasick on the ferry out to Catalina Island. If they win, there's a possibility that they would be at Catalina Island for the semis next week. They could have a rematch. So I say they win and that we're going to get that rematch.
They're playing Kate.
They're playing Kate of Carpinteria.
What is? And I can't remember what it's like. California Academy or Carpinteria Academy.
I didn't even realize it was an acronym.
Yeah,
to be honest
it's
with
an
you.
acronym. Yeah.
I can't pick a school that's an acronym.
Mojave.
All right. And then the other school left in the Southern Section is Desert, and they're playing in the East Valley playoffs against Brethren Christian. This should be a pretty good game. Brethren Christian has a 53-53 tie on its ledger.
Really?
I don't even know how that happens.
Oh, wow.
It was on a Saturday, so I'm guessing maybe the light, it just got dark and they couldn't keep playing.
Desert.
After 53-53.
Picking Desert.
It's going to be a good game. I like Desert at home.
Desert.
Yeah, so we'll take the Scorpions to get into the quarters. Now, Central Section. Division 6, Fraser Mountain at 1-9 said, hey, why not? We'll enter the playoffs. And maybe it's a good thing because there's only 6 teams in the bracket. They're already in the quarters. But I think Fraser
Good night,
Mountain's-
Fraser Mountain.
You're taking Fraser Mountain?
No, I said good night to them.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Sierra Pacific big, I think.
Yeah, Sierra Pacific.
All right, D6, another HDL team, Cal City. This will be a good game, actually. Cal City played a tougher schedule than Riverdale, so ignore the records there at the bottom. I do think Riverdale at home will pull it off. That's a long road trip.
I'm gonna go with. I guess I'm gonna go with Riverdale, Zach, because I'm not even familiar with that. Where is that even located?
I believe that's west of the I-5, I think, out there by Avenel.
Wow.
Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Probably are.
Who knows?
I'm strictly going to go off records and go Riverdale.
All right, I like it. Division 5, winner of this game gets Kern Valley. In fact, the winner of this game gets to host Kern Valley, which is wrongly seeded number 2. But they may have to go to Fowler. That's a tough place to play, and I do think Fowler, the Red Cats, will take care of business here. Great facility, by the way. That is an awesome stadium for a small school.
Fowler.
And the home of Trevor Horn's father. Trevor may be calling in at some point here. Okay, D5, first round, moving on. Dos Palos and Carruthers. Yeah, let's go with Carruthers.
I'm going to go with records on that one, Carruthers.
And I think this is the 6 versus the 11. Carruthers always makes me think of Back to the Future when Goldie Wilson tells Mr. Carruthers that he's going to be mayor, and I like that, so I'm going to go with Carruthers. Okay, moving on in D5, Woodlake and Sierra. Winner here gets Farmersville.
Sierra.
And Sierra up in the mountains at home, pretty tough to beat in November.
Sierra.
Take Sierra as well. Moving into Division 4. Or do we have? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the winner. The winner of that one will face Chowchilla. The winner here gets Farmersville. Corcoran, also very tough place to play. Bishop, very good at home, not so good on the road. They're the ones that have to take the 4-hour bus ride on this one. Although, that's actually about as close as you could get to Bishop in the Central Section.
That's a tough one. I'm going to pick Corcoran in that one.
It is a toss-up, and I like to take the home teams in the toss-up. So
4-hour drive's tough. I'm going to go ahead and go with Corcoran.
I think we're all in agreement on these. Okay, now moving into D4. Madera South's only 1-9. They've played maybe the toughest schedule of any D4 team, though, playing in the CMAC, playing a bunch of D1 and D2 teams all year long. Going to the Horned Toads. I'm going to take Madera South upset.
Coalinga holds their own.
Coalinga.
The Horned Toads over the Stallions. I'm telling you, man, Madera South almost beat Madera last week. I'm going to go with them. D4. Moving on, McLean at Roosevelt. The winner here is going to get Cesar Chavez next week. And I don't know. I go Roosevelt. They're the NYL champs. They actually have not played all that well lately, but they're still the more talented team here.
Going to go Roosevelt.
I'm going to go upset McLean.
All right, I like it. Josh Sanchez goes McLean. Exeter and Kerman. The winner here will take on number 1 seed Liberty Madera Ranchos next week. The other quarterfinal is already set. Both teams had byes. That's Bakersfield Christian against, or I'm sorry, that's in D4. That'd be Chowchilla against, drawing a blank, Golden West of Visalia. Okay, Exeter and Kerman. I'll go Kerman.
Exeter.
Lewis takes Exeter, and Josh will take Kerman. Okay, into Division 3, getting into the locals a little bit more now. This is a rematch of a Week 0 game. Pretty close for 3 quarters. Wasco pulled away in the 4th. Can they do it again? They're at home. They struggled with Shafter last week. What do you think, Josh?
North looked, I know it looked embarrassing against South, but I'm going to go North on this one.
All right. A little bit of an upset pick. Trevor is here.
Hey.
I like that. That's a good pick. I'm going to go upset, too. I'm going to go North over Wasco.
I'm going to play the straight man and say Wasco wins. Trevor, we're talking North Wasco. What say you?
Yeah, I got you. I still got Wasco. I think Cavazwell is going to finish it out. I think they're going to win 28-21 in this one. You know, North, they looked like they had a lot of trouble last week against South. Running the game, running the ball. They can't throw much. Obviously, Wasco doesn't throw at all, but I still think that the Tigers pull this one out at home.
Trevor, 60 seconds or less. How's cross country going?
Cross country is actually going really well. Liberty is obviously boys and girls side, the league champs in the SEYL. Great race for the SWYL and SEYL North Blanca Fosto. She won. Fun race, and then finally we just had the SWYL Championship. Kyle Lemon from Frontier actually had a sizable lead. As you know, they come around about the last half mile, right around where the finish line is, and they come around and take a circle and come back around. And then out of nowhere, Miguel Morales, Liberty, who's obviously been the top runner in league all season, comes out of nowhere, and he told me, he's like, I just didn't want to lose. I knew it was the last league match against these guys, and he says, I just kicked it in and took over.
This is the first time in a while we've had no Blake Haney or Cameron Miller or Connor Fisher to win that race.
Yeah,
so
right. No one from Stockdale.
Filling the void, Miguel Morales of Liberty. We're picking D3. We had a couple of upset picks there. Any upset picks here? Highland added to the bracket late, facing South. South thought it had a bye. That's the only thing that would make me think maybe they'd come out like a little slow. But they haven't won a playoff game since 1995. They had a bye last year, so this is a big opportunity for the Rebels. I like the Rebels.
I like the Rebels too.
South.
I'm looking at my pick now, and I just feel like a dummy. I think I had Highland scoring 14 points after what South did to North last week. I don't know. I think, great for the Scots to get in late into the playoffs at 11 seed.
All right, good. Thank you. All right.
Give up any points.
I think Highland actually scored 17 on South the first time they played, but they gave up a lot more than that. Fresno at Golden Valley. This is the game you'll be at, Trevor. This is an interesting game. Fresno's not bad out of the NYL, but Golden Valley's really been rolling, especially on the defensive side.
I like Golden Valley this game.
Yeah, Golden Valley here.
What do you think, Trevor?
Golden Valley.
All right, he takes Golden Valley. I think it'll be a close game, but I like Golden Valley. Moving up into Division 2. Now, Tehachapi, the first time they were in Division 2 4 years ago, came out of nowhere from like a 6 seed and won the Valley title, winning a bunch of games on the road. You didn't think they could. Steve Denman's very good in November, but Redwoods played a much tougher schedule. Any chance for Tehachapi to go on the road and spring one here?
No.
No. What do you think, Trevor?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you picking Tehachapi?
Yeah, I don't care about that week 8 loss to Golden Valley. I think that's a really good Golden Valley team, and I think Tehachapi has really kind of turned the corner since they had that early bye week. So,
I love it. An upset pick there. Now, here's my upset pick. I got Kingsburg to beat Independence, the 11 seed, coming into town to beat the 6 seed. Independence been up and down, and Kingsburg's been here before. They've been in D2 for a couple years. Very battle-tested team. I'll take the Vikings.
What's the chance of this game being a shootout?
Very good, I think.
99.8%.
What do you think?
I like Independence.
And Josh?
Independence high scoring.
All right. So I'll be on an island there. I'll take Kingsburg to win. Porterville and San Joaquin Memorial.
I also take Independence back. You forgot to ask.
Yeah. I thought you said that. Okay. But I knew that. I'm going to be on an island and take Kingsburg. Okay. Porterville at Memorial. Porterville's a pretty darn good number 12 seed. But Memorial probably stronger both sides of the ball. I'm going to go Memorial here.
Memorial.
Trevor?
Oh, Memorial
over Porterville. And then in an 8-9 game, you have NYL champion Sunnyside. I know I said it was Roosevelt earlier. Sunnyside was actually the NYL champion. Tulare Union, it's got to be the best 8 seed in the history of Division 2.
Tulare Union.
Tulare Union should roll here.
Tulare Union.
And Trevor?
Tulare Union.
And Tulare Union is the pick, and they would play Ridgeview next week. In Division 1, good one here. Both teams 5-5. Frontier at Clovis North. Talk about a team that's been up and down. Isaiah Sharp's in there. Could the Titans pull off the upset? It's not Clovis North, it's Clovis West. That's my fault. Frontier is playing at Clovis West.
I like Frontier in this game. Mild upset.
All right, I'm going to take Clovis West close. Josh?
I hate to say it because I'm from Bakersfield, but Clovis West.
And what do you think, Trevor?
Golden Eagles.
And
Sadly, yeah.
And again, that's Clovis West that Frontier's playing, not Clovis North. Buchanan at Bullard. Andy Bogart was on a few minutes ago talking about how he thinks Bullard could be a sleeper in the D1 bracket. But they got to be careful here. Buchanan's 2-8, but they played a lot of teams tough. I think Bullard will pull it out. But does anybody think differently there?
I'm going to go Bullard.
Bullard.
What do you think, Trevor? Buchanan high grad?
Yeah, pains, but bye-bye Bears.
All right, he'll take Bullard as well, but I think that game may be pretty close. Clovis East at Clovis. I'm going to say it. I say it every year. Clovis East, you're 1-9. Get out of here. Shouldn't be in the playoffs.
Clovis.
Clovis will take care of that.
Yeah, Clovis easy.
And Trevor?
Really? You're really going to ask me that?
Well, you got mad at me the last time I didn't
on.
ask you. And the final
Move
game,
on.
we had Andrew Hansen in here, Centennial at Central. Again, two teams that are 5-5. The only game in the Valley where you can't use an abbreviation for either team in your box score because it's, what are you going to do? I'm going to take Central, sadly enough. I think it'll be a good game. I just feel like Centennial doesn't have the depth to win a four-quarter game like that.
I would have to probably agree with you on that one, too. I think they've just been so
Whoa.
beat up this season. And I think the travel and, they've made a lot of positive things this season, but it's a tough game. So I'm going to go Central.
Trevor?
Well, first off, I got to love it. SYL varsity girls just kicked off right at 3 o'clock. But if anybody needs a win, it's Kevin Sneed, Centennial in this one, 2014.
And by the way, Kevin Sneed, who battled throat cancer over the last year. Justin Garza of Central, their head coach, isn't even coaching because he's getting a bone marrow transplant for his own cancer. So you have a very interesting, very emotional storyline there. And Josh, we'll let you finish up here. Centennial or Central? Tough call there.
I'm going to go with a little bit of BVarsity mojo and take Centennial on the upset.
I like it. I like it. Josh Sanchez of Nissan of Bakersfield, thanks for joining us. We're going to see you next week from the back of a Pathfinder.
Absolutely.
And Lewis will be in the front seat filming and probably goofing off.
It'll be awesome. I can't wait.
All right, Trevor, get back to work, my friend.
All right.
And we will see you guys later. This is BVarsity Live, brought to you by Nissan of Bakersfield. We'll see you tomorrow night at, are we going 10:30 or 11?
We'll tweet it out.
All right, we'll either 10:30 or 11. We'll tweet that out. Post-game show, first round of the playoffs coming to you live on Bakersfield.com. Until then, have a good one, everybody.